So I recently got an email from a subscriber, and this email, look, I'm getting goosebumps right now. This email touched my heart because I remember being in the same exact spot. Here's what he said. I've been following you for a while, and honestly, I'm kind of at my breaking point. Over the last few years, I've gained a lot of weight, and it's completely destroyed my confidence. I can't even look in the mirror without feeling ashamed. It's really affected my marriage. Every time my wife tries to get close to me, both emotionally or physically, I just shut down because I don't feel good about myself. I can tell she's frustrated, but she doesn't know what's really going on in my head. My wife has been supportive, but I can feel her patience running thin. I'm scared that if I don't get control over this, I'll end up losing her and possibly my job. Whew. Sheesh, bro. So this one really hit me because I believe my first marriage was destroyed by the fact that I was fat. Not really because I was fat. It was because of how I felt about being fat. So I'm going to give you some advice. So, bro, let me start off by saying this is extremely common. We find ourselves in situations where we have kids and we have families and we have jobs, and we start to neglect ourselves. And as a result of us neglecting ourselves, we start to lose trust for ourselves. We start gaining weight because we're not taking care of ourselves, and we no longer feel connected to ourselves. We look in the mirror and we don't even recognize who we see. And when that happens, it's only inevitable that it's going to affect how you emotionally or even physically show up in all of your relationships. So first and foremost, bro, forgive yourself for being here. And now we're going to shift our mindsets into action-taking mode. All right. So the first action I think you should take is to talk to your wife. Right now, there's an emotional disconnect. Right. So if you can articulate to her, hey, listen, let me acknowledge that I know I haven't been myself over the last few years, and I haven't been showing up emotionally or intimately in a way that I should have as a husband. Like, really speak that to her, because that's going to be the first step in closing that emotional gap. Listen, I don't care what these red pill people say on the internet. Women really appreciate, especially if you're in a relationship, in a secure relationship with an emotionally mature woman, they appreciate when you are vulnerable and you are able to articulate what you're feeling, because it's not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength. So that's the first thing. Have a conversation with your wife. We're going to get to the next part of the video in a second, but I want to talk to the men who are extremely fed up with feeling kind of how this gentleman is feeling, right? The guy who wrote me this letter. You lost confidence. You feel like you're disconnected from yourself. It's affecting your relationships. It's affecting your performance at work. Your kids don't even like you. And you know it's time for a change. And you've tried to do it by yourself in the past, and you keep running into the same issues. The problem isn't you. The problem is you're trying to do it by yourself. If you're at that place and you're ready to do something different, I want you to sign up for a discovery call. I'm currently taking on online coaching clients, and I'm also interviewing people for my group coaching program. Shout out to my We Are God's family. I have some amazing transformations happening in that group. And I'm not just talking physical transformations. The way that that group is changing lives is something I'm extremely proud of. Take a listen.
The way I feel emotionally, I feel good emotionally. I feel proud of myself mentally. I feel physically strong. I feel mentally strong. I feel like I'm unstoppable. I feel like I'm unstoppable.
Please do not procrastinate. The slots are filling up fast. And if you qualify, you will end up on the phone with me, right? We're going to do a one-on-one Zoom call. So click the link, sign up for a call right now. Now, the second thing I want you to do is to activate self-compassion. You've articulated to yourself, listen, this is where I am. Right? The negative self-talk and reflecting on the mistakes and dwelling on the past is going to do nothing but a disservice to you in this situation, in your present state. So don't tolerate any of the negative self-talk. It's going to happen. But just recognize that any guilt and shame that you feel about this is only going to be a cancer. It's only going to hinder your progress going forward. So first thing you need to do is just like be kind as fuck to yourself. Now, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to find a way to start today. And this time in your weight loss journey, right? Because obviously, you know, you lost your confidence because you're not taking care of yourself. You're biologically not prepared to take care of your family. You're out of shape. You probably can't even run a mile right now. Yes, it's going to feel negative about that. So here's what you need to do. And this is the quickest way to create a shift in your entire situation. Because the issue isn't that you are fat. The issue is that you don't like how you feel about yourself. So this time when you approach weight loss, focus more on how you feel. Focus more on building confidence by taking actions. And that can cause an instant shift. If you say, listen, you know what? I've been fucking up over the last few years. You know what? Today, I'm going to go to the gym. Or today, I'm going to meal prep. And that action in itself, you'll feel a dopamine hit from taking an action. Really acknowledge that you are taking a step. And that's going to make you feel better instantly, right? So this entire journey, focus more on how you feel, gain the confidence wins, start to build your trust for yourself, start to feel your discipline growing, start to feel your willpower increasing. As you start this journey, you're going to start to have more energy. Focus on that. You're going to start to sleep better. Focus on that. These are the things that's going to shift your energy and make you feel more like the man that you know you are when you're interacting with your family, when you're interacting with your wife, right? So focus on that. The body is going to follow, but focus on the feeling. So the next thought, I want you to start small. Don't try to overwhelm yourself. Right now, you got to recognize that you're in a hole that you probably dug over the last 10 years or so. So don't focus on trying to do too much too fast. Be really intentional and methodical about slowly building the habits, building the discipline, building your consistency. And that's going to take time. Maybe you invite your wife to be a part of that with you, right? But the key here is to constantly be taking action. You cannot overthink this. You can't sit in your emotions. You can't listen. What's done is done. At this point, it's about acceptance. It's about self-compassion. And most importantly, it's about taking action. All right. And don't try to take massive action. Try to take small actions that are sustainable. You're trying to become another version of yourself. That does not happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a month. It doesn't happen in 3 months. It takes time. So settle in, bro. Recognize where you are. As cliche as this shit sounds, really enjoy the journey, because this transformation that's about to happen in your life, bro, it's going to be one of the most amazing feelings you've ever experienced. Hopefully that was helpful. Guys, if you want me to make a video specifically about whatever it is that you're dealing with personally, I want you to send me a DM on Instagram at Brix Glover. So my Instagram DMs is honestly the best place to get in contact with me. Make sure you guys leave the video a thumbs up. And remember, the body that you want is owned by a higher version of yourself. So evolve. Peace.